Hello, this is Malorian, and this is Camphammer time. So over here in Canada, it is, the long weekend for Canada Day. So me and my family went out, also with Borgnine and his family, and went out camping. And of course, hey, we got to do a Camphammer game, right? So last time we did fantasy, so this time we're doing 40K. And, a lot of people say, like, okay, well, on the fantasy side, I always beat Borgnine. I should be giving him, like, a handicap or something. Well, really, on the 40K side, it's pretty much like the same thing in reverse. So I'm going to do my best. I'm going to be breaking out my Deathwing, so just tons of Terminators. And what he's going to be bringing out is Tau. He used to play Tau years ago, but he's kind of like getting back into them now. Whereas I'm really rushing through and picking up tons of High Elves all in one big go. He's doing the same thing with Tau right now. So what you're all going to see is what he's painted in like the last, I don't know, 2.5, 3 weeks. So it's fairly impressive, especially given his schedule. And anyway, I hope you like the game. So let's see what happens. Alright, so this first picture here is just kind of showing that, I'm not just showing you a crappy game. It is actually Camphammer. And what we're actually trying to do for this game here is actually using this kind of like spread here that we're going to be playing our game on. The idea was that the grass was so long that it was going to be causing, your models to fall over. But man, I think we made a mistake because this thing was bumpy as hell. But yeah, let's see what happens. So looking at his force here, well, first of all, the game is one where there's 6 different objectives we're going after. They're going to be different amounts. And, of course, I'm combat, he's shooty, and we're going on short board edge deployment. So that kind of sucks. But here he is over on this side. He has his 2 hammerheads, his Sky Ray, 4 units of his, Fire Warriors. He has some allied Eldar in here, and he has a Farseer with the scouts down there, whatever they're called now, Rangers. And they're being led by an Ethereal here as well. And then over here, he has his 2 Riptides, a group here of these Piranhas, and then mix in here as well, he has a couple of units of these Pathfinders. For my side, most of my stuff will be coming in from Deathwing Deep Strike, but over here I have 2 of my units. So we're having a Cyclone missile launcher, and it'll probably be a little bit confusing too, but if you see an unpainted Terminator, that's the objective. If you see something with at least some paint on it, that's my army. And over here on the other side, unfortunately, his tape measure got in the way. But this is my command squad. It's all going to be having lightning claws. And then Belial's there as well. He also has lightning claws. Really crappy for this game. But hey, it's just a standard 1850 list I kind of put together. So this is the board overall. It is actually going to be a little bit shorter than it's supposed to be, but that won't really matter too much. For terrain, we're almost like having fun with this, right? So like the hill is that pot there. We have a wall that's a sock. One forest that's some flowers at the bottom. Another forest that's some grass at the top. And then those 2 masks that we took from my kids, those are some ruins. Sorry, there's also a stick up there that's another wall. Like really, what we're trying to get ahead with this, or show with this, is even if you go out vacationing, it's so easy to get a game in just for fun, right? We're out there 3 days. Sure, spend 2 hours playing a game. Throw stuff together. You don't need a table, just play. When we start, okay, now going into this game, I knew I was going to be in a lot of trouble. I'm not big into 40K, but I've been following the rules, and I know what Tau can do shooting power-wise. So I was hoping the objectives are on my side would be all, at least, some of the important ones there, and all the one on this side not. So he's forced to come to me. Unfortunately, it was exactly the opposite. Everything crappy was on my side, the 1 and the 2 2s, and then the 2 3s and the 4 are all over here. In fact, the 4, the most important one, is in the middle of all these Fire Warriors, which was exactly the spot I did not want to go. So, alright, whatever, let's see what goes on. So, pretty much, yeah, I really thought, at least, if nothing else, I'd have a good shot at, first blood, because, hey, he can't really shoot off that much, right? First turn across the way. No. This first turn, he shoots off everyone that I had on the hill here. And look at this. He also killed off the entire command squad, leaving Belial all by himself. So, not only did he get first blood, he was able to do it well, it doesn't count, but he got it twice. And, yeah, this is looking pretty crappy. So this is the end of the, the turn 1 placement here. Pretty much his line staying still on the top there. And the bottom here, of course, the Riptides are moving up to shoot me up and doing those stupid big blasts that are AP2. So just deadly stuff to my army. So on my turn, I try deep striking in 1 unit here that has the heavy flamer, but it's going to scatter into his Fire Warriors and go back into reserve. And otherwise, my Deathwing Deep Strike brings in these 3 squads here. Now, of course, he has all those guys there on the other side. And of course, you charge the front one, all of them get to do this, the stand and shoot basically, and then once you kill one, then you just have to stop, and then you have to do it all over again. So my plan is to start over here, get into these Riptides, kill them, and then come at them from an angle so I can try like multi-charging and at least getting everything into one nasty combat. Oh, but I guess for 5 points you can have Interceptor, so these guys shot me right away, and yeah, I lost 5 Terminators before I even got to do anything on my turn. So yeah, otherwise, this is all I'm able to do. Belial is running up on the top. My guys in the bottom here moved up and destroyed a couple of the piranhas. I did some shooting and killed some Pathfinders, but yeah, now I'm just going to get destroyed. So it was good to see that he was not able to fire regular this turn, even though he got to shoot with the Interceptor, so that took away a little bit of it. One of the Riptides, the bottom one, actually also took a wound from getting hot, whatever special thing is. But otherwise, yeah, he does some shots into Belial, but I roll armor saves like a boss. And then otherwise, he wipes out the one squad that was at the top. The other one that was also fairly large is now down to 1 guy. But yeah, we see where this is going. So on my turn, these guys try and deep strike here again, and they scatter right into him again, and they gotta wait another turn. And over here, well, this is so stupid. This is one of the things I don't like about 40k, where it's like, yeah, my Terminators run in, and you get to snap fire with your Meltas and kill my Terminators. This is a thing where I shot up his Pathfinders. They're running. I go to charge into the running Pathfinders, and then them and the guys within 6 inches, because the new tower rules, like the squads in the back, get to shoot me and kill my Terminator. I'm charging running guys. Well, it wasn't like I was going to win this game anyway. Otherwise, shooting down here brings me down to just 3 guys. But hey, I'm able to charge into the Riptide on my turn, so maybe I can do something. But I also want to charge the Piranhas with these guys after I got my, my shot to hell, but I failed that charge. And then over here, hey, Belial actually got into combat, took a wound, but hey, I'm actually going to get to kill something for once. And after everything's said and done, yeah, I killed some of the Rangers or whatever, but they're kind of fleeing the last couple of ones. I wasn't able to, I can't chase them. I'm wearing Terminator armor. Otherwise, I destroy 1 Riptide, so hey, there's something. And yeah, I'm down to just 6 models here. So on his turn, yeah, this was... It was an execution. It's, when you see the movies where they pull a guy, put him up against the wall, and like everybody shoots him? That was here to Belial. It was not a very honorable death. And then otherwise, yeah, I'm just down to these 2 dudes over here, so I totally got this game. I got this. So on my turn, though, I finally get these guys in. However, it was in a way where I scattered into him again. So this time he got to place me, and I'm right here, and he's going to Interceptor. And actually scattered, so that wasn't too bad. And then after it was kind of, whatever, my turn here, I move up, I do some ineffective shooting, and yeah, I'm just waiting to be wiped out. And that's what he does. He just kills all my dudes. So there you go. Not that good of a showing from Malorian. In fact, that was pretty pitiful. We talked about after about what I could have actually done tactically different, and there isn't really a lot. With my list, obviously I can't just go from the back and run up in. I'll be destroyed. So I need a deep strike in. Yeah, and it's not like I could have deep struck away from the Riptides, because no matter where I am, they still get to shoot at me. So unless I'm way far away so that they're out of range or whatever, it's just, yeah, it's just one of those things where just too many shots. You can't outshoot the army, and if I charge in the combat, they're getting all those support shots. It's just, I got to figure out what I'm doing. I mean, one of the things I'm probably doing wrong as, you know, going into 40K is I'm not embracing tanks. I've never liked tanks. I never liked having to put those things in there. I like the infantry. And that's just not what wins the games right now. So I know that's something that's my own fault. I could be going in, I could be playing my orcs and putting in flyers and all these other things, but it's, you know, this is one of the things where I'm going to play like 5 games of 40K a year. Here's one of mine, and I got destroyed. But either way, one of the biggest things I want to come across here, just the fact again that Camphammer is a lot of fun. Even though I got destroyed, you know, where they're laughing, whatever. It's just something where I'm trying to show again that hobby time doesn't have to be just like, hey, every Wednesday night we go down to the club. You can do this stuff anywhere. You know, just pack up your models and go. As far as tactics go, maybe don't do what Malorian does when it comes to 40K. But either way, hope you enjoyed seeing myself get destroyed, and there you go. Bye.